some salted caramel fuel this morning. Never tried it before, so I thought I'd give it a go. Ooh, right, so Bob's just departed. That's where he was. So I'm going to have a bit of a think about what I'm going to do. I'm going to slowly get packed up and then head off to a parking spot. I'll probably sit in the car for a bit and then plan a little route out if I can on OS Maps and look at heading out. I'm thinking about parking just down here and then walking all along here and then up to this peak here, which is where we were yesterday. I might go and explore in the other direction and then I might come back again and then I might camp on the other side of Cwm. That's the thought, but I'll see how I get on. Right, all cleared up, picture on, my bag on, which is a lot heavier today than it was yesterday. Right, heading back to the car. I need to find a parking space and then figure out where I'm going. Right, so I'm off on day 2. This time I'm on my own. Our hiker Bob has gone home because he's got commitments on Sunday morning. So as you've probably seen, he packed up quite early and left. Campsite is just back down there, so that's where we camped. Cars parked in a lay-by, so it'll be there overnight. So what I've decided to do is to follow the slate trail, which is what I'm doing now. So this is the slate trail here. So I'm going to follow this for a bit, and kind of go, turning around again, to the other side of this mountain here. I'm rubbish with names with the mountains. Bob's really good at it. I really need to learn them. And then I'm going to come up and walk right along the top here, right along here, and then I'm going to go into the valley there. I'm not going to the summit there. I'm going to go in between. And Bob told me there was a place to camp down there, so I'm going to by a lake, so I'm going to have a little look at that and see how I get on with that. If there's nothing there, or if it's too busy or whatever, I can come back. And yesterday we saw a couple of good places that I can pitch, so I've got a couple of ideas of what I can do. Right, I've started going back up, so I've come from down there so far, and I've got a little bit further to go up there, and I have no idea what's beyond that. I'm just going to get to the summit up there, the peak, assuming it's not a false summit, and then have something to eat, and then crack on. Right, just stopped for a bite to eat, so I thought now's a good time to have a look at my new pack, which is the Exped Lightening 45. So this is a relatively lightweight pack. I'll put the specs on the screen somewhere, because I don't know them off by heart. But I won't do a full overview of it. I'll just show you some of the essential parts of the pack. Yeah, it's a roll top closure bag. The material is waterproof, but it's not classed as a waterproof bag because there are places where it could probably get wet, like these seams aren't sealed, so it could get wet there. It has a huge thick hip belt on it, which is I find quite comfy. I do struggle, I have bony hips, so I do struggle with sores, and so far it hasn't been too bad. I've had 15 kilo in it today, and they are a little bit sore, but not as bad as other rucksacks that I've used. The hip belt pockets aren't great. They are far too small, so that is a negative about this pack. It has an adjustable torso length, which you can get to by down here. Obviously I'm not going to show you now, but you can adjust that from a small to a large, and then there's plenty of attachment points here. There is no pockets on the shoulder straps, which is a real negative for me. I really like having pockets there, because I like having my water bottle to hand, but what I can do is I will get an accessory, so which can attach to the shoulder strap, so at least I'll be able to have water accessible there. Around the front of the pack, which you can't see a huge amount of, but there are compression straps going across the whole back of the pack, or front of the pack, whichever you want to say. Now this pocket on here, it doesn't have a front pocket, but this is an accessory you can get. It's called the Flash Pocket, which is made by Exped, and yeah, it attaches on via some attachment points, kind of here and down here, and it's great. So you don't have to use it, but you know, it's a great little accessory to have to hand. The water bottle holders aren't huge, but they're quite stretchy. So this is a 1.5 litre Nalgene bottle that I've got in here, and it fits perfectly. And I've just got some snacks running alongside it. And on the other side, I've got another. This is a 500ml, and then I've got a can of beer in there as well. Yeah, I mean, that's just a quick overview on it. There are plenty more attachment points, so you can loop stuff to. I'm quite enjoying it at the moment, but yeah, I might do some mods to it later. Wow, what an amazing view. Yeah, it's stunning. I've still got a long way to go. I'm not quite sure where the path goes. I've got a feeling I've got to go up and over there, which is quite high. But I'm not sure if the path goes around it or over it. I'm not quite sure, but we're about to find out. Oh, right. So, so I do have to go up to the top, which I was fearing. So that's where I've just come from, all the way over there, and then down from the valley all the way up, and I still haven't quite got to the top yet. So yeah, that's where I'm heading now. And then once I get to the top, I think I need to have a sandwich and a drink, and I think I would have deserved it. Oh, knackered. Absolutely knackered. I think still got some climbing to do, I think. Yeah, it's a good job I'm not in a rush, I can tell you that much. So I think I've come as high as I'm going to come. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, I'm heading Trafan there, which is looking spectacular, and I presume I'm heading down in that direction. So I was looking to do a wild camp kind of around there, but I think I'm a little bit early, so I might need to carry on, because the time is only, it is 20 to 3, although I haven't seen many people, but yeah, even if I get there by 4, it's still going to be, even if I get there by 4, it's still going to be, yeah, not great, a bit too early to pitch up. Yeah, stunning view. Right, I've decided to head over to the other side. So yeah, there's where we camped yesterday, down there. I was potentially going to camp up here, but I'm going to try and camp on the other side of here. But first of all, I have to get across and be very careful, because as you can see, it's quite rocky and quite steep. It won't take much for me to go ass over tip. So yeah, just got to take this very slow and hope that there's somewhere to pitch up on the other side, which apparently there is. Hiker Bob said there is, so if there isn't, then Hiker Bob, I'm not going to do much because Hiker Bob's much bigger than me, so yeah, I just have to come back down and go back to the car. Let's hope it's not a second wild camp fail though. Right, so apparently that just down there, a little lake, hopefully that's hope for the night, if I can find somewhere to pitch. That's the thing. If not, I've got a choice. I'm going to descend off the mountain and go back to the car, or back where I came from and find somewhere there. But I've only got 1.5 hours to sunset. So that's the base of Trefan there. So we're at the foot of Trefan, there's Trefan, still there, which is in kind of walking distance, but I'm not obviously going up it. I'm heading down there. Right, I think I found home for the night, which is actually quite cool. It's almost like a little island. Great view. There's this lake here. I'm either going to pitch up here or here. Let me see if I can pitch up there. A couple of rocks, so I just need to be careful. Bottom of the tent on those. But other than that, there's a chaff over the other side. Camping there. But there's no wind. And yeah, I think this is it. Pretty cool. Right, I'm all pitched up in the Exped. Annoyingly, I left my charging cable back at the car, and I've got about three USB-C cables, and that would be perfect for charging, and I seem to have left them all in the car. I have 3 cables on me, and they're all useless because they're that old style kind of micro USB type connection. Anyway, which is annoying because I on the way out I forgot my watch when I was leaving, so I had to turn around and come home and get it. Then halfway I realised that I'd forgot my SD card for my pocket camera, and Hiker Bob kindly lent me one of his, and now I've forgotten the charger and the pockets ran out, so I've got about 40% left on the phone. Honestly. So this is the pitch. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Yeah, I've got a lovely scene to wake up to. The mountains there, absolutely amazing. And over the other side, and you got Trefan there. It's pretty sweet spot. So yeah, I am pretty happy with that. Happy boy. Oh yeah. So today I'm going to attempt to cook some pasta. This is the spinach and ricotta tortellini. I'm going to attempt to boil that in the pan. I've got some tomato and mascarpone sauce, which I will heat up after I cook the pasta. Put the pasta back in to reheat it up, and then I might have to eat it in kind of stages because I'm going to have to eat it out of the pan because I haven't got my plate with me. Here we go. Dinner for tonight. Doesn't look very appetizing, but I'm sure it'll be tasty. It's alright. Do being a bit warmer, but it's fine. It'll suffice. Right, well, I'm going to bid you a good night, I think. I'm probably going to read a book for a bit. Got another beer to have. I've got some dessert to have, which is this, you probably can't see it because the lighting here is not very good. Cinnamon tear and share bun, which I absolutely love. Yeah, I'm gonna hit the sack. Well, it's 5 o'clock in the morning, and there's a bunch of people not far outside my tent, just making a load of noise, which has woken me up. I guess they're doing a bit of a morning hike, but it's pitch black outside, as you can see. You won't be able to see me. But yeah, I certainly wasn't expecting anyone to be coming past here at 5 in the morning. But yeah, well, that's woken me up, so I might as well get up and get packed up. I don't know what they're laughing about, but they're finding something hugely funny. I don't know I don't know what they're doing. They just seem to be hanging around here. But I can see their flashlights. But anyway, I'm gonna get up and get packed up, and then head off. Right, my morning. So a bunch of people came right near the tent, 5 o'clock in the morning. They were speaking a different language, so I'm not quite sure where they were from. But yeah, I mean, it's pitch black outside, so I don't quite know. A bit weird that they were hiking up here so early, but hey ho. That's woken me up, so I'm just getting my stuff packed up now. Starting to get my bag packed together. And then I'll get the tent taken down, and then I'll start heading off myself. Should start getting lightish at some point soon, so yeah, so that's me for another wild camp. I quite like this location, but I think probably a little bit too busy here. Seems to be a popular thoroughfare, so, but hey ho. Right, so I will see you on the next video.